Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be making some polymer clay handles for our crochet hooks. So you're going to need the wax paper, you're going to need clay, the blades, and I have a toaster oven that I bought from Salvation Army, just a secondhand one, or maybe even I got it from a garage sale. But I'm going to use that to cook my clay. So let's get started. We're going to start by covering our table with some wax paper. Now the reason we do this is I've heard, and I haven't checked out the science, but I've heard that your polymer clay is actually kind of toxic, so you don't really want it touching anything that you're going to use for cooking or prepping food, okay? So that's why we're putting down the wax paper. So we'll get some of this. There we go. Get that out of the way. So we're gonna do this crochet hook. And these are my blades, so we're gonna get one blade. Careful, they are sharp. Well, that was a bit of a trick. So I got one of them out. So what I did is I went to the hardware store and I bought this. And I bought it because it's got this nice little package so that I can keep the spare blades in there. So there we go. I'll put that aside. Now my kit. I got this cute kit. It came with tools and stuff. I don't know how many of these tools we'll actually use, but it came with tools. And it came with a whole bunch of clay. I bought these two clay because I thought I'd use more black and green. It came with little, Daily Bobs. But yeah, then it came with all this different kind of clay. So this is what we're using today. You don't have to go this way. You can just get a few different colors. But this is what I wanted to do. So today I want to make a handle that is oranges. So I just have to find some white. Ah, there it is. There. So we're going to need orange and white. And then I'm going to make the background of my handle. I'm going to make the background of my handle green. Yeah. So let's start by taking a chunk of white. Come on now. Why is it that when you're making a video, nothing can go easily? Okay, so there we go. We'll take a chunk of that. We don't need very much white because it's just going to be like the veins, right? So we'll put that aside. Then we're going to take a bigger chunk of orange. Come on now. Where's the end? And it's funny because I only use this clay when I'm making handles for crochet hooks. So I haven't used this clay. Oh, let's go that size. Probably for, a couple of years. And yet it's still really nice. And then we'll take a bigger slice of the green. We'll take one whole section there. There. You know what? We're going to take 2 sections of the green because we're going to use it for the base of the handle as well as for my sheet, which you'll understand as I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. And we'll put this aside. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to condition your clay, okay? So you just want to start working it. Oh, and look, I already got green on my clay. So the other thing you want to do is you want to have a paper towel or something, or a cloth that's damp, so you can wipe your fingers in between each use of color. So I'm going to go get a cloth, and then I'm going to work my clay and get it conditioned, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm back. So I got a little face cloth in a container, and see, I just worked the green, and I don't know if you can see it, but I have a tinge of green, so I'm going to just wipe my hands, and then go back to that white. So I looked all over my house, and do you think I could find my roller? No. And I used to have a pasta machine for clay, but I broke it. Look at that. See, this is why you gotta wash your hands better than I did. That's not good at all. I'm just gonna work it until it goes away. Okay, so we're working it all in. We want it nice and pliable. And then what we're gonna do is we are gonna roll it out. So I couldn't find my, so yes, I am using an Elmer's or a glue stick. It's the only thing I could find that was really round. So we're just gonna roll that out. Make sure there's nothing on your, there we go. Okay. We're gonna use the thingy. Just kind of pick it up. There we go. And we're gonna put that aside, okay? Now, we're gonna go to our orange. Again, I did already work them, but just to get it back into, and now what we're gonna do is we are gonna make it into a cylinder. Okay, maybe you'll wanna give it a couple of rolls. Okay. So we want it like that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our knife. We're gonna cut it in the middle. Okay. And then we are gonna take this and put it on here. We're gonna cut that. Cut that. We want this right in the middle there. And then we're going to put those two pieces back together. Okay. We're just going to, then we're going to cut it in the middle this way. Okay. There we go. We're going to take this. We're going to go like that. And we're going to take this. And cut it that way. Okay. And then we'll put it together this way. Whoops. This way. Okay, we want that. I'm going to take off this extra weight. Okay. We'll take off this extra weight. Oops. We'll take off this extra weight. We want those. Oh. Okay. And then take off this extra weight. Bear with me, I'm working around the camera. And this extra weight. Okay, so now we want to kind of put this together. Make sure it's still good. Okay, now this one, we want to take the orange off there. We don't want orange on there. Let's put that over here. Whoops. Take the orange from this. Put it over here. And now we're going to put this white together again and roll it out again. Because we need to do that 2 more times. Okay, so we work that. We roll it out. Oh, man. Roll it out. Oh, you see how I've got some orange in there? I'm just gonna, I don't want that there. Yeah, so I don't want that there, so I'm just gonna blend it. Get it really blended in. As much as I can. I mean, really, in the orange slice, you probably wouldn't see it. But I'm kind of picky about these things. I want this to be a cute little handle, right? It's still there. Okay. There, let's give it a roll now. There, see, it's much more incorporated. Okay. So now we're going to go back to our orange. We are going to cut it here. Okay, and then we're going to put that on top. I'm just going to give myself a straight edge here. So we're putting that right on there as close to the edge as we can get. And then we are going to cut it on this side. Okay. And then we've got this, and we're going to put our orange together again. Okay. Then we're going to do our white again. And we are going to roll it out. And we're going to cut that off so we have a straight edge. Okay, so now we are going to go down the middle here. Cut our orange in half again. Put it on the edge. Oh, it's not long enough. Okay. Oh, I really stuck it on there too. Well, maybe we'll just... we'll just stretch it out. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, and then we put that together. Okay, and now we're going to start making it longer. So you start from the center, and we're just going to press all that together. And we're just going to keep doing that. You see how? So I'm going from the center, and this gets out all the bubbles, everything like that. And we're just going to make it longer and longer. We can give it a roll if we want. Longer. Always working from the center out. Okay. Center out. We are going to need a little bit more white, so you go get a bit more white. Or if you did better than me and you still have white, meet me back in a sec. Okay, so I got some more white. I conditioned it. I'm just going to roll it out now. I want it pretty thin. I want it to be able to go around my start of my cane here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut this in half. And this is what we've got so far, which I think looks so awesome. But then I'm gonna make a straight edge on the white. We're gonna cut that. Okay. And then a straight edge over here. Okay. And now I'm going to take the flat edge of the cane, line it up. I'm just going to roll this white. If it doesn't go quite all around, we can just stretch it till it meets. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with orange. So you just want to stretch it until it meets. See what I'm doing there? I'm just stretching it until it meets. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with orange. We're not going to have to cut it in half again. But I'm going to get some more orange because, again, I didn't grab enough. That's the great thing about clay is as long as you've got it, you can just keep adding. So, okay, I'm going to grab the orange and I'll show you. Okay, I'm back with my orange and I've conditioned it. So what we want to do is I want to make enough to wrap both my canes because remember we cut it in half? Well, while I was away, I quickly wrapped the other one. So, should be good for length. Now we need it for width. Now you'll notice I'm not using a pasta machine. You could use a pasta machine, but like I said, you're not really supposed to use this for food after you've used it for anything. So I'd be a bit leery of using your home pasta machine, but you could definitely go to a garage sale or Salvation Army or something and pick up a pasta machine, a cheap one that's just for clay. I mean, it depends how many handles you're going to make. Okay, so like we did with the white, we're just going to make a straight edge and a straight edge here. Okay. We're going to take our straightest edge and we are going to wrap it in the orange. Okay. Again, you can just stretch it. Okay. And then this extra can just come off. Okay. And then we are going to just get that, and then we're going to go like this again. And we're going to stretch it out. So I want you to do your other cane and meet me back. Okay, so now we are going to work on the green. So I did condition it, but you want to get it nice and pliable again. So we're going to divide this hunk of clay into two. So you take your, and you just cut it into two. Okay, there we go. We're going to put one aside, And this one, we're just gonna keep working. It's gotten quite stiff actually since I've been making those canes, because canes take a while. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread this out a bit. And then we are going to roll it. Roll it again. And then roll it again. And we want it almost the size, the length anyway, to the bottom of our crochet hook. Now we're not covering up the letters, but we want it probably, so if I went this way, we're gonna do it a little bit thinner. Okay, and then roll it again. Okay, and we're just gonna keep doing that until it measures about from here to there, and go to your longest points. So we're gonna keep going. So hopefully you're not using a glue stick. But if you are, I'm not gonna judge. Okay, we're gonna get that going. Okay. We're almost there. A little more rolling. Now this crochet hook that I'm doing, it is a little bit of a fancier crochet hook, okay? So this is not like for, I mean, I would call myself a beginner clay user, but I've actually been playing with clay for years. So let's see, how are we looking? Oh, so close. Okay, so there we go. Pick it up, flip it over, do some more. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we've been working with green, so clean off your blade, clean off your hands. Meet me back and we'll start working on our cane some more. Okay, I'm back. I've cleaned off my hands. So now what we're going to do is we are going to stretch out our canes. So like I said before, we are going to stretch out our canes. You work from the middle and you work out. Go back to the middle, work out. And you can do a roll. And this is to get out air bubbles. Don't roll too fast. Go nice and slow. Try and apply even pressure. We're gonna just, whoops. Sorry, cat hair. It happens. I've got cats. So we're just gonna long it. Give it a roll. Make it longer. Give it a roll, not too fast. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Give it a roll. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're just going to stretch it out. Now, we probably have way too much cane. Okay, guys? But that's okay. I'm going to show you, you stay to the end of this video, and I'm going to show you a trick of what to do with your leftover creation. So we're giving it, pulling it from the middle out. Give it a roll. Okay, there we go. Give it a roll. We're just getting those air bubbles out. Have some white showing. Oh well, we'll fix that. Okay, give it a roll. Not rolling too fast. And you can make these quite small if you want. And see how it's getting distorted? Don't worry. Okay. So now here's what we're going to do. We are going to take our cutter. We're going to cut off that distorted end. Okay, we'll put it with our scrap. Look at our orange though, our orange slice. Isn't that awesome? So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it a few times and try to keep your cuts around the same thickness, and then we're going to start placing them on the green. And you can, you know, if they're not the shape you want, and then put it on the green. And we're just going to do this with our whole cane. And if you have spaces, don't freak out. We will fix spaces. And you just keep going. So I'm going to switch to high speed. And we'll cut in place. Okay, so that's what I've got. Now, you want to clean off your roller. I'm going to take a little bit of green, not much. And I'm just going to put a few little green balls in some spaces. So that's what I've got so far. And then you'll see. So let's see. I'll put a little bit of green right there. And have another big space like right there. And I'm just going to kind of fill up those spaces so that I have green showing through. Okay. So see what I'm doing there? Okay. Anywhere that there's spaces. So you do that, fill up all your spaces, meet me back. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. So I want you to cut another piece of wax paper, not very big, and then cut that one again. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay it on top of there. And now we're gonna give everything a good little firm push, and now we're gonna start rolling it out. Because we want it all the same level for our crochet hook. Okay. Let's see how that's doing. Okay, we still have some spaces. We want to stretch it all out so that there's no spaces, okay? Get all around there. So that it looks like one big thing of oranges. You can kind of feel. Okay, so I have some spaces over here. Okay. That's how we're looking there. Okay. Just want to move it around. Okay, so that's what we have. Now we're going to take that move it out of the way for right now. We're going to take some of our green and we're going to roll it. This was some of that leftover green, okay? We're going to roll it pretty long. And if you want to see if you can pick up some of that stuff, roll it pretty long. Okay. Just like when you were a kid. We're just rolling a long snake. And you're probably saying, why are we doing this? Well, this is why we're doing this. So I want my handle fairly thick, okay? So I am going to put it on and we're going to squeeze and as we go, okay? And we're not doing a design with this, we're just putting it, and we want it to stick really well to this crochet hook, okay? And we're going to keep working it down until we get to the bottom. Okay, so don't cover up those numbers at the top. We want this to go all the way around to the bottom. And if we have extra on the bottom, that's fine. Whoops. But we do want to get to the bottom. Okay, and we're just pushing and squeezing and getting that on there, okay? And then we're going to give it a bit of a roll. Okay. Make sure the bottom is covered. Now we're going to use one of our tools and we're just going to flatten that on top there. We want to make sure those numbers are not covered. Oops. Okay. Oops. Get that out. Okay. So pinch and twist and give it a roll. Give it a tap, tap, tap. Okay, we want that nice on there. Okay, now wash your hands so you don't discolor your oranges. Go under your nails too if that's what you have to do. So this is our base for our crochet hook, right? So now we're going to take this lovely piece that we made We want to see. Okay, we want it rolled out a bit more. We need it to cover the green, okay? So take that again, and we're just gonna roll it out some more. Okay, how are we doing? I'm gonna say a little bit more. Okay. And don't forget to stay to the end of the video. I'm gonna show you that trick. Okay. Now we need to square this up. So we're gonna square it up on this side. We are gonna square it up on this side. We're gonna square it up at the end. Okay. Now we're gonna take this and we are gonna roll it onto our crochet hook. Okay, so we have it a bit longer than we need it. So we left a little bit of a mark. We're just gonna go like this. And I kind of cut it at an angle there. Now we are going to bring it there. And we are gonna, that's why your hands have to be clean. We're gonna just work that seam and work the top. And you're gonna bring that top down. Okay. We're just gonna work this until it's all, and just like before, we're gonna work to the bottom. We'll just stretch it. We want it nice and tight. We don't really want to see our seam. I mean, there's gonna be a seam though, right? And then we're just gonna work it to the bottom. Work it to the bottom. And this can all get smushed. And then we'll work all that. I don't know why I'm whispering. I feel like this needs quiet work. Yeah. And then we'll give a little bit of a roll. Not too fast, going slow. And we're gonna just keep working it down to the bottom. I can feel the bottom, see? I can see the bottom. We don't want to see the bottom. We'll just keep working that. Okay. Pinching that top, we want to make sure that that top is nice and adhered, but push down. And we're going to just keep working it down to the bottom. Okay, working it down. Kind of pulling it with my fingers. See what I'm doing there? Just stretching it out. Oh, I love how that looks, guys. Isn't that awesome? I know they're kind of misshapen, but it's fun. Oh, we want to work on that seam. We don't want that seam to come apart. That would be such a shame after we've spent so much time on our beautiful orange themed handle. You know, a person could even just leave that green at the bottom. Get it nice and give it a roll. Give it a roll. And now at this point, you'll just want to manipulate it. I think I might leave that at the bottom because it kind of incorporates the green throughout. Make sure that's nice and pinched, pulled back from your numbers. I'm going to pull it back again. Oh, and there you go, guys. And then I'll come back and I'll show you the cooking and the sealing. Excellent. So once you've manipulated it enough, put it aside. There we go. Okay. So now, my trick. Here is my trick. Be right back. Okay, here's my trick. So we've got these scraps from cutting off, right? So I'm just gonna cut them up, kind of place them back on themselves. Okay, cut that one and put it here and put this one there. There we go. Push them down. Take our paper, roll it again so that they're all attached. Make sure they're all attached. Go like this. Roll again. Oh look, I even have some leftover cane. Let's see if I can get something half decent out of this. I'll put it over here. I'll put that one over there. Oops, there we go. Put this one over here. And some more cane. Put it over there. Anyway, just take all your leftovers. Put them any which way. Oh, come on. Ouch. Got myself. Okay. Put your paper on top. Give it a roll. And a roll. Okay. Then, once it's all nicely attached, I got a few spaces. Do you see those spaces? I'm just going to roll it again. I know, I'm a perfectionist. There we go. So now what you're going to do is take an old pop bottle lid and we're going to make some buttons for our crocheting out of our pretty Can I get one out of there, do you think? No. Yeah, and then we'll just pick those up. I use my nail more often than the blade because the blade is so sharp. And then what I do is, okay, well, this one should have gone through all the way. I'm going to have to fiddle fuss with it, but then what you do is after you've cured it, you have a cute little button. Drill a couple holes in it, and there you go. There we go. Let's give those a little pat. And then you've got a button. To go with your crochet hook. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so that's it, guys. That was my little trick. It's just taking it after and making some buttons out of it. There, that worked better. Can I get it out? Oh, I can. There. Another little button. So we've got 2 buttons and a crochet hook. So now what we're doing is we're baking them at 250 degrees for 15 minutes, and then we'll check them. Remember, when you're cooking this clay, you have to be in a well-ventilated room and make sure you have a window wide open. Just to be clear, that's 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. I don't know which you're using, but just so you know. And you cook them for about 15 minutes and then check. Okay, my friends, so to finish off our crochet hook, we're going to take some clear top coat nail polish and a stand for it to dry in. So I'm using this spool of thread. And we're just going to put a coat of clear nail polish on the crochet hook. See, just put it on. And we're just going to do this all the way around. Pop it in the sleeve to dry. And that's it, guys. That's all there is to it. Yeah. We're going to go all the way around. There's my seam. It's a wonky spot. And there we go. Gotta make sure we get the bottom of it. There we go. Want to get it all. You could also use a varnish, or there's one I couldn't find that I have somewhere in my craft room. I have this diamond glaze that's supposed to be really good too. Yeah, and that's a glossy finish, so I quite like that too. So there you go, guys. Paint her up and let it dry, and then your new handle on your crochet hook is done. So I hope this was helpful to you. The buttons I'm not going to varnish until after I've put the holes in them. So there you go. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check that description, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys. Bye now.